We are back with another weekly chart breakdown. So last week was a bit of a doozy because there's just so much going on. We had so much going on with fundamentals, especially with job releases, and we had like a bunch of stock movements. So if you're trading indices, a lot happened there. So hopefully this week we can have a more of a calmer week. But with everything going on in the Middle East, you can expect some crazy moves. So just be patient. So off rip, we're going to start with gold. We're going to start on the weekly. We're just going to mark off some major levels here. And I can tell you that I've actually been looking at some smaller levels, trying to catch some more intraday moves, just because it's been harder to hold swings because it's just been pretty crazy here. So let's go back to the weekly. I was on a daily temporarily. So on the weekly, we can say that we're still looking at this crazy bullish move here, but now we're pretty bearish. Now we're bearish, created this high, then created this low, created this high here, broke this low, and we have some funky things happening right here, you know, some pretty odd things happening right here. And it's probably also something to do with this major level over here. So I'm going to actually keep that there. So we're respecting this major level right here. As you can see, price broke through it, came back, did a nice on the weekly. That's a nice weekly retest to continue this push here. So honestly, I think that gold might be trying to flip and turn bullish. So I will definitely look for some longs. Overall, we are bearish, but I might try to sneak in some longs here. So we're gonna drop down to the daily. And on a daily, we're gonna just clean up these levels a bit. I kind of like this more so because of this touching in this retest here. And over here, I'm actually going to just pull this over here. So this is the daily. I'm going to mark up my zones on this daily as well. Because remember, price won't touch an exact number, but price will play around in a zone. So just remember, as you're trading, I think this is how the markets are going to be just forever. I don't think the markets calmed down from the pandemic because just life hasn't calmed down since the pandemic. So I think just moving forward, you just need to be as patient as you can be. So, all right, so let's look at this daily chart on gold, right? So as you remember this, what I pointed out on the weekly, this level right here is a pretty strong level. This is a very strong level. And as you can see, even as price came to dip into this level a bit, immediately bounced out. Tried to dip into this level again, bounced out. And then remember, these are daily candles. We had this nice bearish candle, and then we immediately bounced out. Wicked it, came to try to test it again, wicked out. Just all these testing, but price never accepted these lower values. Remember, you get confidence and better confluence in the direction of the trade or the direction of the trend when you see price accepting levels. This lower level here was not accepted. So what that's telling me is that there's a high possibility that price might try to change in the trend, right? So like you can tell here, price stayed away from this level for a bit, came back to test it, and just accepted levels higher. So for me, I would like to see price break this level here, give me a retest, and then head up to test these higher levels right here. But remember, the overall direction on the weekly is still bearish, so we can definitely still see price come back and retest there. But for me, like I said, I'm looking for both. Not gonna lie, I'm looking for both, but I am open to accept price. Look at this nice. For all you trend line traders. Look at that. Let's go down to the 4-hour. For all you trend line traders, that's wonderful. If you see on my previous breakdown, you see that I had this level here. Let me change this up a bit. You saw that I had this level here. And on my previous breakdown for last week for gold, I actually said that, I would like to see price break this level, come back down to retesting and to continue up. So that's actually we're actually in play for that. We're perfectly in play for that. So for me, Monday, I don't trade Mondays because so much happens over the weekends, fundamental wise, and Mondays are just a corrective day. So I wouldn't mind seeing price play around this level here and even continue bearish and then go down to the lower time frame and have a time frame shift and then shift bullish and then come back up. So that's actually the plan. So I'm actually going to set an alert down in here so that we can have price come down, dance around, and then have a market shift from bearish to bullish on a lower time frame and then catch it back up. So that's my goals for gold. Is I would really like for gold to start to transition to a bullish market, especially on the lower time frames, so we can catch a nice long here. And then I would say take profits around here. Don't get greedy because these markets are pretty crazy. Back in the day, I would have held it all the way up here, but I'll just take profits up here. So I would like to catch something like this, hopefully. It's not even a 1 to 2, but it's cool with me. It is cool with me. I would definitely like to catch something like this, and people can shoot from up here because what I previously said. I wouldn't mind price to break up here, to break this level, and retest it to actually test here, because this is the main test. The main test is this level up here. Let's go back to the daily. So the main test is actually this level right here. This level here will let us know whether we're really going to start, trying to transition to a more bullish market, right? And then the next major level, it will be here. So down here, we might get caught into some chop, because as you can see right here, we might get caught into some chop down here. And that's why if I was to get into this trade here, I'm not looking for a crazy swing. That's why I would like to just be in and out, take my profits there. And I chose that level because, as you can see, respected here, respected here, respected here, respected here, 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 here. I can probably pull this out even more, respected all the way over here. It's a very a level that's been respected. So if this area that you can see has already been very choppy, like, just chop, just chop. Like, this is clean. This looks like a nice downtrend, bearish trend. It looks nice, but it's still very choppy, very messy. So I can assume that this here is a very messy area, and it might be a lot of chop. So I wouldn't want to get in a trade and try to shoot for the moon, and the next thing you know, it reverses and takes you out at break even, or people who don't move their stops to break even, it just takes them out completely. Now you're up, what I'm saying, you're up nice, looking good, and because you just had to shoot for a 1 to 2, now you're down, what I'm saying, down 1%. So that sucks. Or however much you're trading, I hope you're not risking 1% per trade, but in these markets, you just have to get in and get out. So we're going to go to US30. US30 has just been all over the place as well, and it's definitely one of those things where you just have to be patient. You have to get in and get out. So I'm going to start on the weekly, and then we're going to jump straight to the daily. because US30 is definitely, I'm not a scalper, but I think like I've been trading futures a lot more lately, and it's kind of forcing me to scalp. I mean, nothing forces you to do anything, but just markets have just been so wonky, and I haven't not been liking to hold trades lately. So, but I love swing trading. It's the best thing. So we're on a daily right here. As you already saw on the weekly, you know, it's still pretty much a bearish market. We just had a correction here, and you see all these wicks on these weekly candles. They're pretty horrible. Those are all people. Those are people blowing their accounts. Those are funded accounts. These wicks are graveyards for funded accounts. These are all graveyards for funded accounts, man. All right, so on the daily, so we're gonna drop down here. We're on a daily, and on the daily, all right, on the daily, it looks a little messy. It looks a little messy. I'm gonna clean this up as best as I can, or at least make it look good. All right, so if we come here, we look on the daily. So on the daily, it kind of just looks messy, bro. Not gonna lie, it kind of just looks messy. So on the daily, you can say we were bullish here, created a low. This high could not break this high. Very well respected level, and then created this low, breaking this low, then created this lower high, which did not break this high here, and now we're breaking this low. So on the daily, it for sure looks like a downtrend, like 110%. It looks bearish, and it looks like it's trending down. But you know, the main, like I tell you, when you trade in indices, the main goal is always for indices to go up. Indices, some people think indices bullish no matter what, and they only trade indices and look for longs. And you know, I don't doubt them. That's the main goal. Like the government, especially who's in office right now, that's his main goal. He want all indices, everything, all indices to break records, break all-time highs, and all that. And I feel like that's something that you should always keep in the back of your mind. I'm not saying if you see a short, don't take it. If you see a short, make sure it's actually a short, because price has been doing some crazy things. But all right, so this is we're on a daily, right? So daily, as we just established, the daily is pretty bearish. And if you look at this candle here, crazy. We have some crazy bearish pressure pushing. And I feel like all this is based off of fundamentals. All this is based off these days here, based off the Middle East, and then over here, I believe this is based off of earnings. And there are some pretty bad earnings that happened this past week. You know, like I said, some companies aren't doing the greatest. So right now, we're gonna drop down to the 4-hour, and the 4-hour is not looking the greatest. But we're gonna clean it up a little bit. Like, this crap looks ugly, bro. Like, ugly. So I just want to mark off this level. I'm just going to mark off this right here. Like I say, I've been trying to learn how to, not learn, because if you have a strategy, you can apply it to multiple time frames. But I've been trying to scalp US30 a bit, you know, and that's why I'm marking off these smaller levels here, because they are action levels. All right, so I'm marking off this level here because, as you can see, price came and already retested it, and if you trade fair values, there's a fair value gap right here as well. Price came, bounced off of it, and rejected it very well. So when it comes to US30, it's kind of a reacting trade pair, and that's how you have to trade it. you get on to the charts, you see your weekly buys, you see your daily buys, you see your 4-hour bias. But once the markets open, once the markets start moving, it's going to, whatever you have coming in for the week, it's probably going to misconstrue all of that. And then you just have to go with the flow. So right now, as I'm looking at US30 right now, I'm not going to lie, it looks like a mess. It honestly looks like a mess. If I was to be an ultimate disciplined person, then realistically, where are we at? Realistically, no trade zone. No trade zone, because just look at all this. There's nothing there has been no clear price action in this whole zone here. There's been no clear price action. It's all been just horrible. But if I were to try to catch some trades, let's go down to the 1 hour. If I were to try to catch some trades, you see how we came back, we broke this level, came back to retest it, and respected it very well. Very well. So I wouldn't mind if we came back to respect this level again, to retest this level and respect this level, have some nice rejections here, because these fast rejections here sometimes can tell you that price will come back to test out these levels again until it actually, when you see a lot of accumulation happening over here and then price shoots out, distribution starts to distribute, then that gives you a better, let's say a higher probability of price actually moving and moving into the direction that you are predicting. Right now we're predicting a bullish movement here. So when you see price come in here and really shoot out, you can always expect, or I would like to say that you can expect price to come back and try to, as you can say, collect orders or just retest these prices again, these lower levels again. So for me, I would like to see price come back down here, retest this level, and then catch a bullish move up here. And moving forward, I know that on the daily we are bearish, but these are my scenarios. Price come, play around, reject these lower levels here. If price breaks and starts playing around here, let's see. If price breaks and start playing around this level here, then I'm for sure looking for price to break, retest, and continue bearish. But if price comes here and starts playing around here, and then we get the lower time frame shift, and then I'm taking this trade here. That's what I'm doing. Another patient thing you can do is wait for price to break up here and try to catch a small little scalp up here. And depending on what happens, we might even come back up here to test these levels up here. So that's my that's what I'm looking at for US30. Just another thing, just be patient and be reactive. So we're going to jump to this pair here. It's my favorite pair. All right, so it's about the same as US30, right? Overall, we're bullish, but we have this crazy bearish, some bearish pressure here. So I'm going to mark out these levels here. I'm going to mark out this here. So we have some bearish pressure here. And as you can see on the weekly, we're approaching a level where if we actually break below this level, we came to this level, broke below it, but then we wicked back up. But if we actually break below this level and start holding, then we might be seeing scary hours. We might be seeing a flip to a higher time frame bullish market, and might be scary. might be scary for the markets altogether. So as I said last week, just this looks beautiful. Like, it looks like it's just crazy, just simple markets, just textbook markets, just high, low, break this low, here's a high, break the low, just breaks. It looks like it's simple break and retest all the way down. But this is the higher time frame, and on the lower time frames, price was bouncing a lot. bouncing a lot. So although this looks like great market structure, on a lower time frame, price was really doing a lot of bouncing around. So, and that's also why I explained in that gold trade, just basically take your money and run. Don't try to shoot for the moon. Just take your money and run. I do my best trading when I take my money and run, and I don't look back. Take my money and run. Be confident in my decision. And what builds confidence is confluence and understanding of your trade and of your trade plan, and following your rules. If you have rules, follow them. That's going to build confidence. Don't create a rule just to enter a trade. If you have rules, follow them. So on the daily, of course, we're bearish. We're bearish. Just look at all these lows. We're breaking. But if you look at the overall, this is a topic for another video. This push right here created this high. So technically, we have not breaking this low here. So technically, the daily is bullish. But if we zoom in and we're trying to trade immediate price action, the daily is bearish. But technically, since we have not breaking this low that created this high, and this high has not been broken, technically we're bullish. But but right now, since we had so much bearish pressure, we're going to stick with this immediate price action, this immediate price, and we're going to stick with a bearish. We're bearish, right? So from the daily, we're going to drop all the way down to the 4 hour. And on the 4 hour, you can see all the bearish pressure. Just price, create this high, then just tanked and try to break these lower levels. Price was not accepting these lower levels, and then price pushed out, came back to try to accept these lower levels, and then pushed out. But as you can see, this push was nothing like this push here. And then boom, we had this candle just destroyed these lower levels. But at the same time, this one candle broke into this level, started to accept, but immediately started to push out. So our acceptance of lower levels came here. This is where it came. When all these candles traded into these levels and closed into these levels, and we had no bullish action pushing it out. And then right here, even more. So once price came here, you should have known that you're in for a short. Once price came up in here, like, price has already accepted these lower levels. So now it's retesting these higher levels, and you already know that you're short in the market, right? Short in the market. So same thing happened. Price came, retested these levels, didn't accept it, retested, didn't accept it, shot out, and then we have acceptance. And then price shot lower. So once it came up here, you already know. Catching shorts here. So right now, I have multiple scenarios, right? So just like I did on US30, I'm going to go into this, and I'm going to go into the 4 hour and try to find some scalps. So I'm going to mark off this level right here, and I'm looking for multiple things. I'm looking for price to drop below this level here and continue this bearish pressure, or I'm going to look for price to break this high on this 4 hour and retest it and come up here. So let's go down to the 1 hour. And it's kind of perfect on the 1 hour because we have somewhat of a double top. You know what I'm saying? So definitely if we can break this double top here and price start to close up here and then reject down here and then have a nice bullish distribution candle up here, then it'll be a nice scalp to trade up here. And when you're trading this pair, you're not for the hold this up here, because I don't think I've been able to find a forex prop firm that allows me to trade this anymore. And if you're trading this futures, there is no micro future for this. There's no micro future for this. So one contract, if you were to trade from here to there on one contract, you passing your combine on like a 250K account on Apex. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're holding up here, man, you rich. So yeah, so that's it for this video. You know, with a lot of these indices, go ahead and go in with their daily bias, your weekly bias, but know that things will change. Things can change, and just be patient and be reactive, and don't be proactive. Only be proactive with your discipline and your strategy and following your rules.